What's up, my friends? I'm back with another video, and I just spent about 15 minutes talking to myself while I was unboxing this Gamesir G8 Galileo. Such an amazing, beautiful, telescopic handheld mobile gaming device. I've spent some time playing games, a little bit of Street Fighter and a little bit of OutRun, all thinking that you guys were there with me, and that wasn't the case. But just to show you really quick and try to make this one a little shorter, we got some perfect face buttons, nice tactile punchy membrane face buttons. We have our clicky shoulder buttons. It's just like feels like a dome switch or a very soft mechanical button. We got our analog triggers, hall sensor. Our D-pad is a clicky D-pad. I should turn the volume down and let you hear that. I'll tell you right off the bat, from my testing during my failed attempt at recording and unboxing, before my phone died on me, I had a really hard time pulling off fireballs and dragon punches. The D-pad feels amazing. It has a central pivot. It has mechanical switches. And I think with some proper acclimation, it can work out great. And I think in anything other than a fighting game, it's going to be like a near perfect D-pad. But I did struggle with fighting games, and I'll try to pull up Street Fighter and show you if I have enough room on this phone to make that happen, because this phone is tripping. But this is my new S23 Ultra, and I'm so sad to say somehow, I don't know how it happened, but I already got a little ding on it. I've been using it to record the last few videos, and I haven't got my case for it yet. It's should be here tomorrow, but tomorrow came too late. So I'm just gonna have to take it for what it is. This is my tool to make the videos I want to make happen. We'll do some future videos to test the back buttons and all the different features on this controller. For this one, we will just play a little bit of OutRun Street Fighter, and then from there, I'll give you my opinion, and we'll just go from there. So let's go for a drive, all right? You guys have been taking some road trips with me lately. So let's just see how this thing runs. That's a good way for me to test the sensitivity of the sticks, especially in OutRun. I love the game. I make an excuse to play it anytime I can, but it has a very fine sensitivity when it comes to just gradually touching the stick. Surprisingly, for a PSP game, it does, but I noticed that, and let's just see how it fares. Normally, when I play with you guys, I just do OutRun 2. You know what? Let's try something different. Let's just do Coast to Coast, and let's just start with Flagman. Let's just race the rivals. We're gonna be in a slow car. I don't like driving a slow car, so if it gets boring, I might switch back to something more fun. Maybe I can zoom in for you guys. All right, hopefully that'll get reflection in that. So the sticks feel perfect. It comes with different style sticks. It has a left stick that's very similar to a GameCube stick, and it has like a nub for the right side. So for those of you that like the GameCube controller and use that that right, the C stick, kind of like maybe for Smash or any of the other games that utilize it for its purposes, you can do that with this controller. I don't find that stick to be very useful for most of the games I play, but right now this stick is feeling great. See if I can take this turn without drifting. Yeah, so I'm able to just make these very gradual movements and make it around the cars until you start fishtailing like that. But let's do this. I'm just gonna do a few runs or a few different challenges here, and then we'll do a couple of rounds in Street Fighter, and I'll show you what I'm talking about the D-pad, because despite the glowing reviews this controller is getting, for me, the D-pad isn't perfect, at least not in fighting games. Like I said, I think, again, I'm probably going to be thinking I'm repeating myself or saying things twice because I recorded half of this video with some of my thoughts already before I realized I was talking to a camera that was not filming. But I was struggling. That was pretty easy right there. So I think that maybe I'll race a couple rounds and then we'll just do one full run of coast to coast or outrun mode. But the ergonomics of this are amazing. I mean, this is the most comfortable telescopic grip I've ever felt. You know what? While I'm on the straightaway, I'm going to zoom back out because, oh, I had one hand up trying to touch the camera. But yeah, I'm resting my hand on this silicone mat, and there's those little screw holes right there, like literally stamping into my hand. I'm gonna try to hold it up like this. Hopefully it's still in focus. This car is gonna be a lot slower than what we're usually rolling in the Testarossa. I think it took me a while to earn that. And I was playing this game for a couple years on the X18 as I was messing around with that thing, trying to find the best way to make the most of it. As you guys have seen, I've put that thing through a lot of Frankenstein mods. Probably some you haven't even seen that I have up on my Reddit page. But people are always laughing at me for the things I do with that X18S because they're like, why don't you just get a phone, or why are you using external controls on a device that has built-in controls? And I've explained myself enough about that. You know, I think most of you guys understand. But here we go. Now we have a legitimate phone, a very powerful phone. This phone can emulate PS2 no problem. I've never emulated PS2, so I downloaded God of War. I got that on here now, and Aether X2. And I just need to get familiar with the emulator, and we'll test some of the heavier hitting systems out. But I wasn't even really planning on testing high-end emulation on a like a Snapdragon phone. I was more into the handheld scene, the controller scene, the console scene, the modding scene, and all that. This is just what I have here right now, and this is actually, like I said before, mostly going to be my camera. Well, let's keep on rolling. Oh man, that little chip in the phone bothers me so much. I just, you know, this thing wasn't cheap, and I don't know. I don't even remember bumping it against anything, but I've used it too much now, I think, to try to claim any kind of warranty on it. I don't know. I should maybe look into that, but it's kind of a small little thing. People say I'm nitpicking, but yo, I bet a lot of you out there would probably not want your phone to have that chip on it either. You want it to be perfect. But when things are perfect, oh, one of my lights just went out. I must have had a timer on that. I'll have to fix that after this. When things are perfect, like your cars, then you're always worried about scratching them too. So sometimes when things are a little bit scratched or messed up, you're at peace with them. After if you come to peace with whatever little flaws it may have, you're able to enjoy it a lot more comfortably, if that makes any sense. That's one of those cup half full ways of thinking. And as I'm speaking right now, I am not looking up at the camera, so there's a chance I'm talking to myself right now, and you guys aren't even listening to me because the phone shut off. We'll have to see after I finish this race. I'll look up at the camera if it's still recording. I'll jump out of here and we'll do a round of Street Fighter 2 just to test out that D-pad. And I had some problems with Gamepad Tester, the website. I couldn't seem to get it to recognize the gamepad itself and be able to test the circularity of the sticks. I was able to get the basics of the input shown, but it wouldn't on the website when it wouldn't. Oh yeah, it wouldn't show me the gamepad down at the bottom like normally, where you see where I check the circles to test the circularity on the sticks, the average circularity error. So that's not something I'm gonna bother doing today. Just know the sticks are Hall sensor sticks. They feel flawless. I did so many tests in the previous video that didn't go through that I'm hoping you can take my word for it and the word of everybody else out there that has already reviewed this and talked about how great it is. It's pretty great. I mean, look at how he's standing. That pretty much speaks for itself. He's proud. It's a it's a good handheld. I mean, it's a good telescopic controller if you need uh, something that feels like a legit, almost like an Xbox controller. I mean, it's just, I love it. I love it. Let's touch something a little harder here. What other cars are? Oh, see, I don't know any other cars. I like yellow. And if you want, feel free to skip past this. I'm not putting timestamps in this one yet either, but you'll see Street Fighter if that's what you're looking for, to see how the D-pad works, because that's all I'm really going to show. After that, we'll just go over the manual just real quick in case anybody wants to read it. And that'll be it for this video. So I got a couple other controllers to show you guys, including telescopic ones. I finally got that D3 in to compare with the D5, the D6, the D7, the D8. Oh man, you know what? I'm not paying attention. I want to drive nicely. I want to run my run well. Yeah, so we have a lot of other telescopic grips to do like a showdown video with. I mean, they're mostly Bluetooth grips, so I don't think this one should be put into that category. And we could compare it just for the hell of it, but this is not a budget grip, and all the other ones are like $30 or less, and surprisingly decent. I'm still suggesting the D8 to most people. I think that's a really great telescopic controller for under 20 bucks. And I heard from someone that a D9 is coming out, so we'll see. I've heard on Reddit, I'm pretty sure it's true that they have legitimate Hall sticks and triggers, just like the Gamesir G8. The D8 and the G8. One is 80 bucks, one is 20 bucks. But you know what? I'll tell you, this one is more comfortable. This one legitimately feels like a controller in your hand. You have that grip for your index finger and your pinkies that is in the right location where it should be. The back buttons fall perfectly on your middle finger. It really is well designed. And it's a trip that there's another company out there like Nubia Red Magic or something like that. I might have mentioned this already in this video, or it was the video prior to this that didn't go through, but there's a controller out there that looks identical. It's just black, and it costs about the same. It's like 90 on AliExpress. And I don't know, I think they're working together and somehow, just like they do over there. You know, you in China, they use a lot of the same designs and molds and things for things, but it even has the removable plates on it like this one does. Hall sticks. It's just identical, but a different color and a different brand. I'm curious about it, but I don't think I'll be buying that one. I don't want to use this phone as a gaming phone, really. It's just, I just want this to be my recording tool for this and using it for other purposes. But for gaming, I have other devices to use. And I have some devices to give away. I was thinking for my first giveaway, I mean, nobody's even responding or mentioning anything about the giveaway that I bring up. But I do have a plan to give away some stuff. And the first one I was thinking was the A390. But I don't know if people in the States are actually even interested in that thing, or if it's one of the devices that's more popular in, I think in like Brazil. I'm getting views from people in Brazil. I think certain devices are just more available in other countries, but I know the R36S is just banging everywhere right now. So I'd be down to give away an R36S for my first giveaway. So let's have some discussion on how we can do that. You know, I'm not really familiar with how to do a legitimate giveaway and make it fair. but I would like to do that. I've never really won anything, but I'd like for one of you guys to win something, and I'd like to make it a recurring theme for this channel. So I have enough R36S's here to hook you guys up. So let's make it happen, and I'll even let you pick the color. We're going one more time. Drift the score. So this is the one where I'm not. I always get confused. Should I drive fast or should I drift? Which is the more important factor in yielding the most points for this one? Just gonna try to drift as much as possible. This car is so slow. It's like I want to go get my Testarossa out. And barely got that one to go keep going. Oh. Out of my way. I like the hot air balloons. I've always wanted to ride a hot air balloon. I'd like to skydive off a hot air balloon. That would be so dope. Yeah. This car is so slow. Like I'm used to driving the faster cars, so I feel like I'm turning too soon. Am I gonna get a AAA on this one? I don't know. I'm going slow. Jennifer came in second, huh? AAA. All right. He's pretty happy. It's funny if you look at those characters in the background, even in like an upscale 4X, if you look at them up close, they look pretty funny. But hey, this thing was what is this, like 20 years old now? What else we got here? Let's do one straight up run. Instead of doing outrun mode, outrun 2, let's do 2SP. And you know what? If I can't have my Testarossa, I'm not doing it. Oh, I don't have it on this phone. That's the whole point. That's right. It's on my Palpy X18 that I have the Testarossa. So I haven't even earned 2SP yet. Oh, okay. Let's use this one. Let's try it out. It's not going to be easy with these slow cars. Why am I drifting? I shouldn't be. Should we take the easy route? No, let's just take the hard route for the heck of it. I always take the easy route. Whew, barely made it. Come on. Stupid bus! I knew it. I knew it. No, I'm not going to give up. I hate those buses though, man. They get me a lot. I'm not used to the hard track either. Ooh, yeah. Let's do this. Let's get this one. Come on. Oh, oh. There it is. Oh, I didn't get to whip the cones. All right, we're going to go hard again. After hitting that bus, I doubt I'll make it to the end. I don't even know if I would have anyway with this car. Plus, no, don't look good. I lost all my speed. Come on, come on. Oh, that one's always so tight. Come on. Get out of my way. Oh, damn. Couldn't get past him. We're still going hard. Let's finish. Get out of my way. Damn. Shit. That thing would have probably caused an explosion. Damn. I had a little clean run though for a minute. These S turns, man. S curves. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, I thought I was gonna hit. Got it. A minivan in my way, man. I'm not gonna reach goal. It's okay. My goal is to make a video. She wants to go ahead. Ahead, really? I mean, we're going pretty fast. Maybe that's why. I'm a bad driver. New York City. New York, big city of dreams. Everything in New York. Oh, ooh, how did I make that turn? Come on, come on. Look at the... Dude, come on. Oh. She's probably right there, too. Oh, how sad. Lady Liberty looking at the goal in front of me, and it's a no. Oh, sharing my pain, my friends. So, there we are. Let's get out. Back out of here. Exit. Let's get those miles recorded before I turn this off, since I need to build this outrun up again. Just save state. Alright, and let's get out of here. Exit. And we're gonna try one more time. I had to go into, because I haven't loaded RetroArch or anything into this, and things are funky right now on here, so bear with me as I think I have to turn this on for this one. There we go. All right, yeah, Vega kicked my ass on the last when I was trying to record this the first time around. I made it to Vega without a continue, and I said that's where I'm gonna lose it, and that's where I lost it. But hard reset, because this thing is confusing for me right now. I'm not familiar with this emulator well. I'm gonna wipe this down. even though when I use RetroArch, it is using this core, it's just, I haven't set anything up on Android in so long, and I've got everything on the Powkitty setup like a couple years ago, so I got some work to do. But I don't really even want to set this thing up completely. I just want to show you guys how this works, and then download one game at a time for this thing and use this as my camera for the most part. So I want my light punch to be there. I don't know if I'm going to call it X or Y because it calls it Y here, but it's X here. So medium punch is going to be here. Strong punch is there. And then we're going to go like lower weak kick here, short, whatever it's called. Medium kick here. And roundhouse here. And we're going to press start. So I can't pull off dragon punches very easily, and even fireballs are kind of hard to pull off. Maybe it's acclimation, but I'm having difficulty. So I'll show you. All right, so it looks like my phone just told me low power mode, so we're probably just gonna do a couple rounds. And hopefully I can finish something before it cuts off and I don't get to say goodbye. Hold on, this light thing is just a joke, man. All right, so I started acclimating to the fireball a little bit. One thing I've been having a big problem with is diagonals, like the jump. It hasn't been very easy for me to pull off my diagonals. I mean, I really see right there, I was trying to back jump and I jumped straight up. So obviously it works, but so Ken just kicked my butt. So this D-pad is, even though it feels premium, I like a membrane D-pad better. I like that XU10 D-pad so much on the XU10 handheld. If any of you have seen that video of mine, something about that handheld they did right. See, like this one, it's like 50% of my attempts fail, but nowhere near as bad as the Saitaki. I'm gonna do another round because this, I'm 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 not giving the D-pad the credit it deserves because I'm doing terrible, but um, I'm gonna do another round here. Especially when I fight Ken. I guess I'm gonna fight him again. I'm just gonna do a rematch, even though I'd rather fight someone else. I kicked his butt, and it just wasn't recording, unfortunately. Sure, I did, right? Okay, you know what? Let's beat Ken. Let's try Ken. See, this is the original one where you don't get to fight yourself. Oh, what happened? I thought that was weird. I thought that I had it set so that it wouldn't do that. Hopefully, it won't do that again. It was tripping earlier. I couldn't figure out how to get the orientation to stay, and I was like looking for it in the settings, but it. I remember that was me. That was Ken. This time I'm Ken. Oh man, I don't know where this video is going or what I'm saying, but I can tell you this thing is badass. I like it. But for those of you out there that can't afford an $80 controller, there's some amazing $20 ones. Amazing $20 Bluetooth controllers. Get that PSP G8. I hear there's a D9 coming out. Even some of those other ones I showed. This Saitaki, again, the D-pad. This D-pad is a million times better than that Saitaki D-pad. They're both clicky, but I couldn't pull a fireball off for the life of me with it. And this is, you know what? I'm getting it now. So I'm almost to the point where I'm going to say this D-pad is great. If I could start pulling off Shoryukens consistently, then, but I have had a whole bunch of accidental like jumps where I go straight up instead of forward or backward, and that's always an indicator for me that there's something about the D-pad that's not perfect. If you see my XU10 video, you will see what I mean by a perfect D-pad. I play Street Fighter in that, and it just works the way it should, and the way it should for me at least. All right, guys. So if my video ends abruptly and I don't say goodbye to you guys or anything, know that my camera died, and that I appreciate you all, and I hope you guys will tune in to the next video because I have a bunch of stuff planned. I have a couple other telescopic controllers to talk about, and I want to do the whole showdown of the BSP line. We're going to do the D3, the D5, the D6, the D7, the D8. I don't know if there's a D6. I've never seen it, but I have all the others. And you know, I've never used the D3 yet. That's the first one that came out that caught my attention, but it was just all too thick for my X18S. But that thing is a good controller. I've already read reviews about it, and just feeling it in my hands, I felt it and it felt good. It's got back buttons. The only thing is it doesn't have a legit D-pad, and that's just so unfortunate. If it did, it'd be a really great controller. I mean, it still is. It has good sticks. I know that too. I haven't tested them yet, but I've tested the other BSP sticks and they're good. I don't know what's going on with Gamepad Tester when it comes to this. So I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna bother testing today because I tried on my first video and I couldn't get it to work. But yeah, you see, with a little bit of acclimation, you can get your moves down. I'm really not pulling off. This next round, I'm gonna try to do some tiger punch or dragon punches, and intentionally, you know, if I get my ass kicked, it's because I'm attempting to just pull off some short Yukins. Seems like the fireballs are doable. Oh, long ass legs and kick me in the head. And then jump backwards. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this controller is workable. I think that those accidental jumps that I'm doing that are making me jump straight is also just really about knowing the D-pad, knowing how it works. This is my first day ever touching it, and I have to say I think that it's a good D-pad because right there I told you I was going to intentionally go over some short Yukins, and I'd say 70% of them came out. So I'm pretty happy with this thing. The only thing I could say is that there's so many controllers that are so much cheaper that I'm also happy with. But this thing is it is the best controller by far when it comes to ergonomics. I'm having a hard time doing my. There we go. Um, it feels so good in the hands. The sticks feel so good. I could play a little God of War or something, but maybe I'll do another video playing some of that. I loaded that onto PPSS PP on here too. Those were the only two games I loaded, and I did get God of War for PS2, but I'm not ready to do that here today. Let's just keep going until I get until I lose. Yeah, I'm getting the fireballs down, and that's a good sign that it's it's not really the D-pad, but it's the person. Because you could say something's bad, like you know, some people just have a preference, and even when you do have preference, sometimes your preferences can change once you see the potential of something else. You just gotta acclimate. Come on, I'm having a hard time here. Come here. Try to step up to me. Look, it's like Jason mask on his head. Doesn't he look like he's got a Jason mask? You and your stupid flat top. That'd be nice to get a perfect on Guile. That's a rare thing for me. All right. I get a like for that, you guys? Come on. Anyway, Street Fighter 2, my little chip in my Samsung S23. So bummed. But yo, I love this thing. It's dope. Let's do some Shoryukens here. I'm not doing them, am I? I'm not gonna complete this thing that way, but maybe I still can. Nope. Yeah. He looks like he got a black eye too. That was from Ryu. These buttons feel so good. They're just perfect. See if my trick works. Just straight jumping and kicking. That's all I'm doing. Come to me. Get kicked in the head. Oh man. I'm sorry for wasting you guys' time with my stupid games. I'll fight him for real this time. Damn, he was like, all right, you gonna do that? I'm gonna put my shit on turbo. You see, I'm still struggling with those fireballs. But then again, we're going the opposite direction now. And that also takes a little getting used to. Alright, I just need to end him. Damn, slap me. You don't like it now. Alright, bye. Alright, you guys. I think we're going to end it here. Gamesir G8 Galileo Type-C telescopic controller. It's pretty amazing. It has a lot going for it. It's pretty expensive. And can I recommend it? I can to those who can afford things like this. But would I recommend it? I don't know. Some of those other ones out there that are cheaper are just so good for what they can do. So to spend $60 more for something that you can get for 20 bucks with almost all the same features, I have to think about that. Maybe we'll do a video comparing all of them, pros and cons, and see what we get going from that. Until then, you guys, I hope you do well, stay safe, enjoy the holidays, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Thanks for watching.